The tropics under turmoil now because TWA was up Elvis, yo. The alarm clock went off enough. Pull it from the wall, I get to pull some more teeth from out your jaws. That's sweet, that's what you had, that's ironic, huh? We could have called someone to come and help, but it would take too long. So let's just send smoke signals up while it's foggy as hell. That would help. That would be Santa Claus's caper pissing on. You say it like he's Superman, but he's not. I feel like a super toad that got into some radioactive stuff. That's just a shot. I need a chaser. Could someone come and help? Maybe one of the waitress if they're not busy and whatnot. I heard she dropped the dishes cause something broke, or she broke the record against the wall of everyone else. So there's just me and the DJ's box from now on. Yes, boxing it out in your dome. He's sick, just like sycamores, but he's mixed with a different wood. Does it grow from the seed or grow from the one right next to hers? Right next to a hut. Now pizza dough, we thrown all the dough out. And you still say dough like Homer J. Simpson would. That's wood again, but differently in the middle of it. You could be seated in the middle of a fucking fence like you're the cow. But you didn't have a bell, so I couldn't find you like I was a kid. With the German shepherd to help get you home. You're still in our yard. So I messed up. I was the one tripping for a sick. There was a banana peel, but I'm not gonna blame it on this. That's some produce picked. That's something from the tree that's a palm. Usually they got coconuts or I'm nuts and I'm wrong. One of those, but not both. Not the bag of nuts that fucking grandpa looking for. Not the fucking ones that go into it or the other way around. You can't get around it, dog. It's a leash tied next to a stem that was connected to a tree, so both of them the same fucking person, I think. Yes, this was the grocery temple. Grocery wall. This was the grocery temple. A temple's on the side of this, and my head start to flex, but I keep my head on for a sec and keep it warm or keep it dry like it's gonna rain in this bitch. Is this gone fucking convertible yet? Converted my flows to hidden tracks I don't know about yet. Tracks are words that come from my lips. The worst part of getting on this train is that we're all gonna end up dead, and Bruce Willis is gonna live. Yes, unbreakable thought come from my spine that go like a question mark because I question thoughts I haven't thought of yet for y'all. Yes, a big ass dough. I guess all of it's not out or in the fucking trash can for the rats when they come. This was bizarre. This was I got. Despair, knock it on the fridge until it's cold, till your fingers get like old ladies waiting to touch someone. Put them out, I mean the bony ones from Ireland, dog. You know that fucking Family Guy. We washed it so much. Wash a dog until you thought he's white or saw him again clean because he did a fucking somersault when we done when the suds were clean. When they got a rinse, like we found a waterfall in his thoughts. Waterfalls get clean. Water flows with a bunch of froth on top, like it's some root beer in a mug. Drink it while it's cold, I suggested, yo, but you don't have to take my directions at all. I don't want to intercept one of your paths because I'm dropping that ball. Dropping that dog because the leash that you thought was tied onto the tree got loose somehow, and here comes a car. I hope it doesn't end out wrong, Arnold. Hey, wrong Arnold round the block because that's some Nickelodeon stuff. You done switched it some more. Swish my supermarket talking. My supermarket talking. Kaleidoscope as they collide some more. It's the cosmos with Kramer Rome before he went up on the stage and got the booze and some of the cabbage flew. Some of the top tomatoes, or the tomatellas, the green ones that were small, for the Spanish. A collage of thought mixing up like Jennifer Espinito and such. We could say this to a wonder bra to make it plump. You won't need the bus for the bigger one because I bust pumpkins with my thought. This is a Halloween going on. Some more splatterhouse I fucking splatter on until it's smothered, y'all. Yes, this was Smucker's talk, but was it sweet enough? So I put some sweet and low, then see how they combine and twist and morph into something else. This was something on the bread that would just get soaked in every time I want to get to the crevices of how I said it best. This was a vase that's gonna get broke or get so many angles on. You thought you're reading a fucking street map, but you won't. Which fucking level should we put you on for right now? The one that Snow White was on when the dwarfs were fucking eating her out or some? When I was getting so lost I had to stop and ask someone when it was dark at the gas station where they're all just trying to fill up. Fill up on my talk like Philip did. But where was that other guy, Terrence? Has he left? Cause he ain't Canadian enough for Brazil? When I want to say this to Porsche. I talk to cars a lot. They don't need a fucking bar in the front to know they got. To know that they could talk back when you're done, like a conversation spot over the cup of coffee or some. When the waitress comes, she get a tip, and that's how it went. When I want to get the tip of the iceberg, I always get the rest. When I say now regret. For sure it's gonna pull on like some snow. It's gonna make a hole. The pressure's too much on the toe. I feel like the toe needs to get rolled, put under the door for the fucking guy with the knife and the sharp, the shimmer than the sun, but it's dark. So maybe them street lights right next to these rhymes. I could be something sweet, right? Why don't you take a whole rhyme? Take the whole rhyme from the fucking cow that gnaw on that bitch like it's a fucking double mint. Yes, that was a mighty trick. That was a mighty invest. He tried to win this. Yes, just to make that bitch all fresh for Brazil. Cause right now it just sits. Right now it gets rotten in that fucking cupboard you have until you wanna take it on, call something else than what it was. Until we go get sick with no. Something small, then we make it low. Won't we just disband, y'all, like a fucking rubber band ball? Bounce it hard to the moon. It's never coming back. It's never gonna sit like some DreamWorks shit. I'm just casting this hook so I can cast a fish. Pull them back in my boat. This I'm pulling for show because it was a boot. But the fish was inside, he called it his home. Maybe the baby fish is grown, they have it hatched, so we're gonna have some caviar. This was a big rotating table, yo, like it was a lazy Susan, but for all of us, at dinner time. I fucking spin it when you didn't wash, so I can have some of what you got from Wasp, and then you can have a funny face on, because your plate was clean now. This was a new diet, it was a fad, it was a trick, this was a fucking awesome when it went fucking spill from my lips. This is Spielberg shit, isn't it? I'm E.T. when I rip, I just laying in the lake bed till someone could come and find me, bring me back to life by giving me some bread, or pouring some magic on, like it was from a wish, but it's really not, same type of hug. Same type of these that I suggest. Same type of one. Same type of one. Yes, now the sugar fresh. This shit getting like I want. Now I get it so giddy some more. With this fucking Gettysburg, just as I go. I'm floated, cause it was the paper, yo. It was a trick because when I light it up, I'm just gonna be staying on one leg from now on. One leg I connect to the next until I connect all of them. Then I'm like, yes, I win. I stand up with my bingo card in hand. Maybe I get $100. Maybe I get my pat on my back and then the fucking pats he did in the sick with my next rap that I have. Maybe I just need to pull them out like they're fucking tennis shoes inside of a box, but I rip the insoles out. Then my fucking pencil broke and it's good luck or some, isn't it? Like breaking the neck of a goose over a duck as he's walking along next to the lake. Next to winter's fall. When the winter come, off with his head. Chop it at neck or maybe at rib, as long as I can get a fucking piece of his flesh. Maybe when it's dark, we could go for a walk next to the docks and they fucking squawk like a flock of fucking pigeons. What? That we saw, and that's some type of rock? You can rock a fucking baby to sleep with one of my songs. This was something sewn in like it's some straw. Now won't you go get some minestrone and make sure that it's hot. Take it from the car. Put it underneath a fucking element so you can't get it out. You can't use your fingers at all unless you're wearing some gloves. Specially made for this shit, like it had a certain type of fabric sewn in. This was something stony like a brock. This was something bubbling along, been bubbling over for a while. Like inside of a pot, it's gonna mess up the lid that's sitting on it, dog. Sitting on the spot of what I said now. Sitting on one floor. Sitting on the first floor. Waiting for the elevator symbol to come on. And then the doors will slide, then I can walk and find my spot. There's some devil, yo, but it's not M. Night Shyamalan. I got one follow me around. I feel like I should fucking knife him right now. That's just the hidden talk. That's some hieroglyphics on the wall. This is a fucking pyramid that they built too tall. This is something I'm gonna shake like by the shore when I did. Then you'll be sure that my fucking rip was slick when I said from my fucking lips. When I wanna get so funky on this, all I had to do was play the harmonica. So I hold my fucking voice like this, like I'm chewing on my nose. I know that Jason's gonna come because the fucking Friday the 13th is on my wall, and my calendar's never wrong. Never wrong with some sweet one. This isn't a day like the eclipse, dog, but it's not a generated one. No, it wasn't plugged in at all. A fucking phone was fake as fuck. That's why it got into these holes. You thought this was the problem, but it's not. So why don't you just listen to my song some more and cut off the salamander toe and see if it grow back on its own, or you gotta give it some type of shot. Who fucking knows? Was you a vet to get the fucking headed message in the shit? Now you're gonna get betwixt playing the fiddle once again? Was you southern bitch with a guitar accompaniment? That would be slick, that would be me fucking thanking the captain cause it was a nice trip. That was a nice spot to stop and put the fucking collar chips in all your slots to see if you won all the games going on. All the talk was long like a fucking neck of a giraffe as he walked along in the Serengeti. Now that's what's up. TWA. Get these when he would just go. TWA fucking get these. Boom.